Hi guys, this is Asal. I'm studying for the bar and I would like to review my notes with you. So today I'm studying how to be a successful law student because I consider myself a successful law student because I made it to my last year of law school and I'm sitting here studying for the bar. So I must have done a couple of things right because I've gotten some good grades along the way and I'm surviving and I'm doing just fine. So, what did I do right along the way? The number one thing I did right along the way is that I took responsibility for everything. When I got a bad grade, I didn't go to a professor complaining. I've never gone to a professor complaining. I can say that in front of the camera for all the professors to see. When I get a bad grade, even if I think that the professor was hard, I just let it be because I don't want the professor to remember me as that girl who came to him crying about her grade. That's just not how I do it. So, the number one thing is that don't go complaining about your grade. Take responsibility, take ownership, and just study a little harder and just stop blaming the external forces because you're not helping yourself. So, how do you help yourself? Is by saying, okay, you know what, maybe it was my fault, maybe I wasn't in a good mood, maybe I forgot some rules, next time I'll do better. So take responsibility. Number two is efficiency. So how will you be efficient with your time? You'll be efficient with your time if you study at the time of the day when your brain functions the best. So for example, I'm a morning person. I wake up pretty early in the morning, around 5:30 to 6 a.m., really early. And as soon as I get up, I'll have my breakfast, I'll put on my music, and by 8 a.m., I'm studying. So just, you know yourself, if you're a night person and if you're efficient at night, just take a long nap during the day and study at night. But if you're a morning person like me, I suggest that you be efficient, wake up in the morning and get to it. The next thing I would like to talk about is diligency. So what is diligency exactly? For this, I had to pull up some of my notes. The number one thing to be diligent is you stick to the schedule. You keep on going at it. Because law school, like your brain, okay, like you're exercising your brain muscles are like your arm muscles and your body muscles. You want to keep going at it. So just stick to the schedule and every day lift a little more, lift a little more. So little work you do will add up at the end. There's actually a Persian saying in Farsi. They say, "Atre atre darya shavad." What does this mean? That means drop by drop, we get an ocean. So I suggest you stick to your schedule and you study little bit and little bit every day until you get there. Move slow, move like a turtle, but move. Don't be that rabbit who's gonna move fast and okay, maybe he'll get a good grade once, but that won't last. Move slow, but keep moving and move and move. The next thing is do not waste time during the day. So actually, I started getting better grades when I was like, I'm out of this. I'm going to stop with the Facebook. I'm going to stop with the Instagram. I mean, I still have Facebook and Instagram and I still go on it sometimes. And, you know, I'm still working on myself. I feel like I could do much better if I could totally quit Facebook, quit TikTok. And now I have this YouTube and it's a little bit of a distraction. But it's important to me because I would like to get my message out there. My suggestion is that do not waste any time. Make every minute count. That's very important. Do not waste your time on Facebook. Do not be some sort of a friendaholic wasting his time with his friends. No, I mean, grow up. I get it, you might love your family, you might want to spend time with your family, you might want to spend time with your friends, but when you're in law school, you gotta make it all about you. You gotta spend time with yourself. You will get a little lonely, but you gotta make the sacrifices. The next thing is study only things that matter. Okay? Don't study too much. Like, that's a mistake I make. For example, this summer, I had some time and I spent my time studying tax law. Like, why did I do that? Like, I should have started studying for the bar a little earlier and just looked into tax law after I get my Juris Doctor degree, after I pass the bar. But the good news is that I caught myself fast. I didn't waste too much time. So right now I'm back at it. I'm studying the things that matter, all my notes. And also, what did I mean by diligence? I meant that be steady, be earnest, and be energetic. Okay, because what's going to happen is that a lot of people are going to come in your life and they're going to depress the out of you. Like, it's just some people, they're just like that. It could be some sort of an aunt who's always hated your father, or just some enemy who's just trying to get back at you. And that's just how life is. Sometimes it gets out of control. Like, all the things will come to you all at once. It'll be freaky. You might get a nervous breakdown, but you gotta pick yourself back up, be stronger, be wiser, because you know you're gonna be a lawyer and you're gonna be dealing with some big things. So today that I'm sitting here, I'm actually going through some big life problems. But I'm sitting here, I got my lipstick on, and I'm studying my notes. So I don't let life get to me. Don't let life get to you. If you want to be a lawyer, you got to be stronger than that. So you got to be emotionally mature. And it's very hard because I'm actually very young. And I feel like after the age of 30, I might be emotionally mature. But it's okay. You know, I'm working on myself. You can maybe see a therapist, talk to your professors, do what needs to be done, but take care of yourself emotionally. Also, what else do I mean by diligence? I mean that you must read every assignment. Read everything. It's hard at first because your eyes and your brain is not used to reading so fast, but it takes practice. It's just like exercising. The more you do it, the faster it gets, the better you become at it. So read everything that the professors give you. Just study everything, and it's as if you're eating it. You know, it's like a buffet of food in front of you, and you want to be eating everything and you want to taste it all. Okay? And the next thing is that attend every class. I don't miss any classes. I've had days where my stomach was hurting, my back was hurting, and I was just emotionally not in a place to go sit in a class and just like listen to professors. Okay, so there are days that are like really hard on you, but keep going to every class. Do not be missing class. And then the next thing is you must be taking good notes. So I've seen a lot of people, they go to school and I've seen them not come back to law school. Like they come for a year and then they're done. Okay, that happens a lot. Like when you go to law school, you're going to be looking at your right, you're going to be looking at your left, and people are gone. Like 1 out of 3 makes it to their last year. Okay, so remember that. So remember to take good notes. Don't be sitting there shoe shopping. Okay, don't be sitting there texting your girlfriend. Sit there with a notebook. What I do is I have a notebook and I have a pen. I don't even take my computer. And what I do is I talk to my classmates, I get someone's outline, or I'll just go online and I'll look for an outline, or Kaplan, there's Temis, there's like so many things, Barbary. You can pretty much find outlines everywhere. So what you can do is you print an outline, and then when you're sitting in class, when the professor's talking, just take notes next to your outline, something you already printed. But don't forget this. You must be taking notes. It's very important because the only way you can actually learn is if you get a little physical with it. You know, you put your body through the movement, you write, you think, and that's how you can become very good. And also is very important. I don't have my law books in this room. My law books are in the other room. But if I show you my law books, you'll see there's like a whole bunch of papers in there. Okay? When my first year of law school, like some of the 3Ls, they were like, oh, you know what? Forget it. You don't need to brief cases. Some people will give you that advice. Don't waste your time briefing cases. No, that's wrong. That's not what I did. I briefed every case. I looked it up. I studied it. Why? Even though it was hard and I didn't feel like it, and it would take me forever because my brain wasn't used to reading so much, but still I would write it down in my handwriting and I would fold it, put it between the book, every case that I briefed. Why did I do that? Because the only way the brain will learn is if you put it through some hard time. That's the only way you'll learn and you'll hold on to the information. The only way you'll hold on is actually if you go through the cases and you study it and you remember it. So always remember that. The last thing I would like to talk about, which is very important, extremely important, is you must follow instructions in law school. Many times I made the mistake of not following instructions. For example, let's say that you are in some sort of a distinction class, let's say evidence distinction or civil procedure distinction, where there's two rules. For example, in civil procedure, there's the FRCP and then there's also the CCP. And I thought, for example, that the teacher is asking to compare the two. Actually, I didn't do that. I thought it first, and then I asked the teacher before the midterm. I asked her specifically, do you want me, I took another class with you, which was the FRCP, and now it's the CCP. Do you actually want me to compare the two? And she was like, no way. Just read the instructions. And the instruction says, answer according to the CCP. So don't go writing too much, because if you write way too much, you're basically giving professors a reason to correct you. So in law school is actually like this. Less is more. Remember, less is more. Quality over quantity. Okay? So take pride in what you do, take time, and produce a quality work and follow the instructions. When you're in a final, when you're reading the final, read your fact pattern and then read the instructions, or read the instructions first, however you're comfortable. But remember to read the instructions and give the professors exactly what they want. Do not waste your time writing extra, because this is going to work against you. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. I have a lot more advice to give, but I wanted to make a short video, so I'm going to save that for another day. Have a good day.